Now we're ready.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Marie Bailey. I'm your red carpet host, and we are back with some of the cast from The Curse of Raven Heights. I'm going to speak over here to Brian.
That's right.
Brian, and can you give us your name and what role you played in this film?
Sure. I'm Brian Sams, and I played Salem.
All right, and what was it like for you? What was this experience like?
Oh, it was really interesting. I came in the second half of the film. I wasn't there for the first half, so it was kind of a jump into the crew and the cast and the story. But I was kind of the character that tied the first half and the second half together, so I got to do a little bit of time travel, a little bit of moving around, and I got to do a lot of voiceover work. It was kind of fun. Lee over here was my arch nemesis, so we got to play off of Lee a lot, and that was a lot of fun.
Thank you. And over here we have Paul. Paul, give us your name and what role you played, and what was this experience like for you?
Okay, my name is Paulie Conomon, and I played the father. I'm in the first half. I knew nothing about the second half. That was kind of like a second wind kind of a thing, which is really cool, I think. It was a great experience. We shot in a lot of different places. We had a lot of different setups. We spent a whole week at a camp. Do you remember the name of the camp?
I don't remember the name of the camp.
Beautiful lake. It was just amazing. Really good crew, a wonderful crew. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you. I'm going to step in between here so I can get over to Sally Ann. Sally Ann, can you give us your name, your role, your character, and what was this experience like for you?
Yeah, well, I'm Sally Ann Hunt, and I played Robin in The Curse of Raven Heights, and I had such a blast. For the first half, I was mostly just cast, and it was a wonderful time, and the entire cast was so nice, and all the crew were so hardworking, and there was a lot of challenges that we faced, but we were able to work together and, face all that. But the second half was even more fun, because I had the opportunity to work as crew and as cast, and so I got to be in kind of the two circles of the cast and the crew, which are usually pretty separate. Which was really nice, so that I got to learn a lot more about the behind the scenes, and I got to meet a whole lot of new people and make a whole lot of new friends.
Awesome. Thank you, Sally Ann. And then over here we have Hannah. And Hannah, your full name, the role you played, and what this experience was like for you. And your makeup looks amazing. Amazing.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, because you're also a makeup artist.
I am. Yes. I'm Hannah Tyson. I play the oldest daughter. I can't remember her name. So that's Robin. But in the first half, again, I was just cast, and it was a super cool experience because it was actually the first bigger film that I've ever done, and so that was really cool, and I learned a lot of new things and met a lot of new people, as you can tell. And then on the second half, I was not on the cast, but I got the option to go back and shadow the makeup, which was really cool because if you don't know me, I started makeup last year, and I kind of got really into SFX, and so I've had a lot of people helping me get further, and a lot of help came from that set. So,
thank you, Angela. That was your character's name. All right. And over here, what is your name and what role did you play, and how much did you like that role?
My name's Isaac Tyson. I played Billy. I'm the cousin that doesn't do much, but I really liked it because I got to meet a lot of people, and I got a lot of souvenirs from people, and I was taught some fencing lessons. It was my first actual film I was on, so that was weird for me, but I got in a little bit of trouble not talking about it. I made 6 friends, and I became 37 actually. But I got to most of the friends were the people that did the filming and the producer and stuff, but now I just talk to them, and I don't talk to you that much, so sorry about that.
Well, that's awesome, Isaac. And that's fine. You also said that you would see mini you, because it's been, about 2 years?
2.5 years.
Yeah, so that's going to be an experience for you to see. All right, and I'm going to step over here to Lee. Hi, Lee. Now, can you give us your name and the roles you play?
Yeah, my name is Lee Fillingsness. I played Lork. I was also the fight coordinator, stunt coordinator, and I translated a bunch of dialogue for those guys into Greek and Latin, which was fun. I got to teach them how to say it. Also, my friend Brian over there didn't talk about how he kind of let us film at his awesome resort up at Fish Trap Lake. I'm blanking on the name of it, but everyone should go there if they have any fishing or cabin needs. We had a blast out there. But I had a fantastic time on this set. They always say don't work with children and animals, but these kids are just as professional as any actors I've worked with, and a lot more professional than Paul. So.
And also, now you did some work with swords. Can you tell us anything special about the sword you used in this film?
I had a sword fight with Mr. Sam's. It was kind of a last-minute sort of thing. I happened, because I'm a weird person, I happen to have a couple really weird swords in my car. One was a Greek sword called a Falcata Machaira. The other one is a Kopesh, that is the sword that The Rock used in Mummy 2. So that was kind of fun.
Wow. The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock. And you did a couple of accents too. You really are good at accents, right?
Oh, that's what they tell me. You know, I spent a fair bit of time in Edinburgh when I was a student, and it doesn't take me but a moment to get down into Dublin. Je parle français assez bien après avoir étudié à la Sorbonne de Paris. Ich hablo también español. Ich kann sprechen nur ein bisschen Deutsch, aber das ist funktioniert aber keiner. And, well, in this movie I happen to be playing an old southern gentleman named Lorick. And I also happen to...
Wait. I want to get back to what you just said about me in French or whatever language that was you were speaking in. I'm just going to tell myself that you said I was beautiful and gorgeous, and all of us here, we just rock on. Oh, thank you. All right. Is there anything anyone else wants to say? I'm going to wrap this up so that you all can get in there. We have Blythe. We have another red carpet host here. Here's Blythe. And Blythe, go ahead and tell us your name, because she was also in the film.
Hi, yeah, I'm Blythe Whaley, and yes, I'm in the film of The Curse of Raven Heights, and I'm so glad to be here. It's going to be exciting to see what everyone, their takes on this film is, getting to see that audience and that final product, of course, because not all of us have got to see it all come together.
I know that you all can't smell Blythe, but she smells so awesome right now. Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, maybe we need to make that a thing. Smell-o-vision, it could work for me.
Yes. And you got thrown out of a barn in this film, didn't you?
Yeah, by this guy. This guy definitely had fun getting me through the air, sending me soaring. But I'm excited to see what that will look like in this film, because it obviously won't look like that. You won't see that. It will just... be hidden. Maybe you'll be able to tell which part that is.
As everyone can see, she is a very portable person. So I'm glad that it was not, perhaps Mr. Conomon that I had to throw out of a barn. But we lost our wire rigger. And so we kind of came up with a solution. We were at a campsite, and we had a whole bunch of mattresses. And so we laid a bunch of mattresses on the ground. We had a whole bunch of mattresses. And she would run towards me, and I would basically put my thumbs in the loops of her belts, and I would pick her up, and I would throw her about 10, 12 feet into this pile of mattresses right past cameras. So when you see that, that is literally her being hurled by a giant dork.
I've seen that. I've seen that in the film. Now, how cool is this?
Yeah, I love roller coasters. So it kind of was like that. The adrenaline's pumping as you're like, okay, get ready. We're going to make this happen. But we enjoyed it.
Well, Blythe, I'm glad that you made it. And I'm going to get you all off the red carpet so you can go and enjoy your film on the big screen. I'll be right there with you, rooting and cheering you on. All right, thank you so much for joining us. And you take care and be well. I know that was going on like more than 5 minutes.